So fraud's pretty serious.
Yeah, a lot of businesses are facing that. You ever been convicted of fraud?
Convicted? No, never convicted. All right, we're here with Brian Thayer. Can you believe it? How appropriate. We have the bar in the background. Brian, tell everyone what you do at Avid.
So I'm the director of sales for our real estate team here at Avid. Been with the company for 10 years now.
Now you have a session this week. What's the session on?
I do. It's around why you shouldn't wait to optimize your payments and the glaring risks associated.
All right, let's go to the risk. What are a couple of the risks? What would be the big one?
So the big one's probably on everyone's mind. It's probably fraud. So the longer you wait, you're just creating an opportunity for that to occur. I think some other ones are maybe lack of visibility into where these payments are, lack of visibility into data.
How do electronic payments affect fraud?
They prevent it, quite frankly.
That's good.
And then AvidXchange also offers positive pay with our checks. So we can help still offer multiple payment options in a very secure manner.
Well, and it seems so logical to do electronic payments. What's the lag for?
I ask myself that quite often, to tell you the truth. That's probably what keeps me up at night. So the amount of benefits from new insight to instant tracking to lowering your processing costs, even earning rebates back, it really should be a no-brainer at this point.
Right.
And again, I think people have gotten comfortable with it as consumers and individuals. And now you're talking about a higher dollar amount in a more risky situation. So it's kind of crazy that people still trust paper in the mail.
All right, so you'd mentioned about fraud. Tell us a little bit more about that.
Yeah, so fraud's
it's
a scary thing.
Not committing fraud.
It could be, but no, this is really being opening your business to potential fraud. So with a paper check, it's touched by sometimes as 8 different people before it closes and clears on the vendor side.
Huh.
And in the business world, 75% of fraud is actually tied to paper checks.
Wow.
So we want to help people move away from that, adopt more electronic payments that become more secure, or at least if we have to send the check, use the AvidPay network, which is built with positive pay.
That's great. So what's positive pay?
So positive pay is as simple as it can be. It's a fraud protection report that monitors a few key data fields on the check, and if any of those are altered, it prevents it from being cashed.
So this whole check thing. So we've got so many paper checks out there. It looks like you've dedicated your life to getting rid of them, right?
I have.
There you go. So why is it that there's just so many paper checks out there?
I think it's the way it's always been done. So until very recently, there weren't a lot of other options. And the undertaking for a business who's producing thousands, 10,000 checks a month sometimes, it's a humongous undertaking to monitor thousands of vendors and really help them convert. It's a lot of manpower to call each vendor, to convince them of another form of payment, and then gather that new data, store it somewhere. So I think a lot of customers, a lot of businesses kind of throw their hands up at it. But luckily, Avid does have a services team that will help enroll all their vendors, help figure out the right form of payment for them. So we take the workload off your plate, make it really easy to start using these electronic payments.
That's awesome. That's great.
Yeah.
Now you've done a lot of introducing AvidXchange and AvidXchange products and services to people in your time.
I have.
A lot of phone calls, a lot of demos.
Yep.
How many?
7,430 was the last check. So
we're definitely going to audit that.
All right, double check.
So what, in your conversations with people who are just initially thinking about automating the accounts payable and payment process, what kind of 1 or 2 triggers that helps them?
So normally, if people have somewhat of a disconnected AP process, meaning maybe multiple locations, not everyone in the same office, that's a great starting place because they know their pain exists. It's a timely process when that occurs. So I think just ask some questions, understand what their business looks like, where some areas of improvement might be. And anytime we get a chance to connect them with another happy client, kind of helps them really understand that this is something they should be looking to do.
Good. That's awesome. Brian, thanks.
Chris Elmore, thanks again.